So the Creatrix Prophecy is full of archetypes, 64 of them. Now, what is an archetype? An archetype is essentially a trait of character, a pattern. It's a universal symbol. So what I've created with the 64 key archetypes, these are the big moments, the big periods in your life where you can relate to. And archetypes are so powerful. You can see that the name of the card is at the top and the archetype is at the bottom. One thing that I'm learning about the Creatrix as I work with people is don't be scared of the shadow. The shadow is where the seed sprouts from. The shadow is where we sleep 8 hours a day. The shadow is where we grow from. So when you do pull some of those darker cards like fear, like quantum, don't shy away from them. Really embrace them because this is where growth happens from. The Creatrix works heavily with numbers, particularly the trinities. So you'll notice in your decks, you've got 3 realms: the material, the ethereal, and the spiritual. And they're essentially where we live our lives. The Creatrix is made up of 6 trigrams, each card. So if you can imagine dividing each of those cards into 6 triangles, equilateral triangles, and the trigrams actually work with the chakras. So there are the 3 realms. You can see that the first 21 cards have a blue border, and that's to represent the material plane. Then the black cosmos cards, the ones in black to represent the universe, are the ethereal plane. And then we have the spiritual realm, which is the gold-coloured borders. They're the highest frequency cards in the deck. We coexist within these 3 planes simultaneously. Quantum science has proven that the universe itself has its own intelligence. And this is how mantic arts work. This is how the Creatrix Prophecy works, because it's connecting into that intelligent universe. And what science is beginning to understand, that our consciousness is actually a chance for the universe to see itself. So the universe gets to see itself through our consciousness. That's a mind-blowing thought. I want you to pay attention to 3 very special cards within the deck. The 21st card, the 42nd card, and the 63rd card are what we call the transition cards. Now they harmonize each realm. They're like the in-between of each realm. And when we have the material plane moving into the ethereal realm, the 21st card is Earth. So Earth is our transition card. You'll notice that its border is a lot darker blue. And you notice 21, its digital root is 3. 2 plus 1 is 3. So these transition cards form our divine trinity of the 369, the body, mind, soul. The 42nd card in the deck is fire. And that's a 4 plus 2, that's a 6. And that is a much darker gold than the other ones because it's influenced by the black ethereal. That sits neatly between the ethereal plane and the spiritual realm. Fire, the purifier. You can see the archetypes at the bottom, the name of the card at the top. And then the last transition card in the deck is Truth card, the Creator. And that's the 63rd card, and that is a 9. So there's your 369. And the Truth's message is to know the power of your thoughts, because negative thoughts attract negativity and positive thoughts will attract positivity. It's a similar bordered colour to the Fool because it's the child's equal, and it teaches the same thing as the child. Ultimate strength through vulnerability. And here's the star of the deck, the child. He's pure white. He's a transition card as well because he's without value, he's 0, and he's both the beginning and the end. So he links the 3 realms together as one. He's the star of the Royal Roads, which is the journey he's on through the Creatrix. He's the infinite container, the everything and the no thing. It's like a circle, right? Its space within is infinite. There are infinite amount of points, but it's also the 0, the nothingness. It's a special standalone card that teaches us that life and death are the same energy traveling in different directions. It comes from the Fool in Tarot. It comes from youthful folly in the I Ching, and it's ruled by Uranus in the Aquarian Renaissance that we're now in. Just like truth, it rules over vulnerability as strength. This is how we read the cards, guys. You can see that the best way of reading them is that picture at the top where you put in 7 and you've got the middle, and that's heart. So heart ID is an acronym for the way you read them. You can see the numbers down there, they're the positions. HEARTID, and they all stand for something. What you've actually done by doing a heart ID is you've created secret messagings. You can see in all the cards, you would have noticed by now, that all their influencing symbols are in the borders. And you can read in the book what those symbols mean after each card. So for instance, in the octopus top, you're going to learn what the star in tarot means. You're going to learn about the Five of Swords. You're going to learn about Aquarius. You're going to learn about lightning over mountain. You have created 8 secret meanings between astrology and tarot, and you've created 4 secret meanings from the I Ching. Why is there a few less in the I Ching? Because the I Ching only sits in the 2nd and 5th trigram. And that's why the I Ching can only ever communicate with the I Ching. It can't talk to tarot, it can't talk to astrology. When you go to your books, it's really important that you understand the different meanings of the paragraphs. The first one describes the image that you're looking at, in this case, the goddess. Second paragraph describes the mythology of the goddess. The third paragraph describes the meaning of the goddess archetype. The fourth paragraph describes the warning or shadow that the goddess brings you. And the 5th paragraph describes the action. So you can do a heart ID reading with just the actions. Just read the 5th paragraphs and you'll get a composite picture of what actions you need to take. Or if you want, you can just do a reading of the meaning and then you'll get a composite picture of what the meanings are. So you can really be selective with what information you want to reveal. Okay, some fun with chakras. I said before that there are 7 planes in every card, because there are. There's the 6 borders and the central heart chakra image. And the Creatrix uses the 7 chakras. Indeed, the heart ID is the chakra system. If you look at those colors, it makes up the Kundalini snake. And that's what the Creatrix does. It wakes up this sleeping serpent and awakens it and allows you to rise through your own chakras of heightened consciousness and leads you closer towards enlightenment. By using this, you won't just learn tarot, you won't just learn astrology, you won't just learn about I Ching, but you're going to become an expert in Kundalini chakra work. The only when is now. The right here is all there is. And this is why the Creatrix is so special, because it's working with moments in the now. And I was doing a reading for a person today, actually, and she said to me, I want my future to be predicted. And I said, the Creatrix doesn't predict your future. What it does is it guides your now. And by guiding your now, that can help manifest a different outcome for you. Okay, guys, blessings to you all. It's been a great group, great crowd. Thanks for coming, and I'll see you along the path of the Creatrix Collective somewhere. Bless you all.
Thanks,
Thanks, guys. Cheers. Bless you all. Good night.